Hey guys, in this lesson I'm going to talk to you about the Pathfinder tool. So this tool actually could have its own class by itself, to be honest, but I will try to give you an overview of what you can do with it and show you the different options here that you can use. So I've drawn some shapes, and what you can do is you can select all the shapes and click Unite, and this will unite all of the shapes and will give it the color of the topmost object that you have. So if I undo this to see which object is the topmost, I mean here is quite clear, but you can always go to the layers panel and see which one is on top. Okay, and if you don't have the Pathfinder window here, you can always go to Windows and go down to Pathfinder and click on that. So the next thing is select all your shapes. I'm going to make a copy actually, so I can Control C, so I can just repeat these shapes. So we can do, the next thing we can do is the minus front, and this basically will delete or subtract from the bottom shapes the shapes that are on the top. And again, you can check that on the layers panel which one is on the top. So let's get back the shapes, and then we can go to intersect. Now in this case you don't have any results because the shapes don't all overlap, so you need shapes that overlap. So for example, if I select just these two and go to intersect, then it will delete everything else except for the part where they intersect, if you see there. So if I put them all on top of each other, select them and go to intersect, there's only that little bit where they intersect left, that bit there. Okay, so select them all again, and now we can go to exclude, and this will basically do the reverse of the intersect tool. So it would delete the intersection, and at the moment it's grouped, but you can ungroup it and you can access all the shapes by themselves. Now with all the shapes selected, we can go to divide, and what this has done is, let's ungroup them again, divide all the shapes into each component. So you have all these different bits and pieces now. Everything has been cut. Now select the shapes again and let's go to trim, and what this does, it would give different results depending on what shape is on top. So let's ungroup it and see what happened. So it has trimmed this bit and this bit. So if you have a different, let's put this one, arrange it, bring it to the front. Oops. Okay. So we select these ones and go to trim. I always forget to ungroup. So now we have this effect because this shape has been used to trim the shapes underneath. Alright, so we have the next one, which is merge, and this would do a similar thing to the trim when the shapes are of different color. But let me show you. If we recolor, let's say this shape with the same color and select them all, and now we do merge, what happened is these two shapes are merged, but this one has been trimmed. So it will merge the shapes with the same color and trim whatever is a different color, which can be useful as well. Okay, so let's put this on the top. For this next one, and this one is crop. So this divides the artwork into its different components and deletes all the artwork that falls outside basically of the topmost object. So everything that falls outside. So if I put these closer and let a little less falling outside, and we do crop, see, you have a bit more left now inside the shape. Now we can do the outline, and this will divide the artwork into the component line segment. And if we ungroup it, then you can see each segment is been divided, and you can work with each segment on its own, which again can have its uses depending on what you do. And now we have the last one, which is minus back, which basically subtracts the overlapping shapes from the topmost object. So we have this at the top, minus back, we just have this bit left. Alright, and this is just the introduction. I'm going to show you now how to apply the Pathfinder tool to do some motifs, for example.